is Fearcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's KillSawKing with the Fearcast Kansas City crew. I'm standing here talking to an actor that plays one of the most iconic horror villains of all time. My personal favorite, Mr. Doug Bradley. Mr. Doug, how's Crypticon been treating you? How do you feel about it this year?
This is the first time I've been to Crypticon, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
I've done shows in Minneapolis and Seattle before. I'm having a good time. Nice crowd.
All
It's
right.
a little cold in here today.
It is a little chilly.
It is, yeah.
Maybe turn up the heat a little bit.
Turn off the air conditioning. It's like a nice summer day outside. It's like the middle of winter in here. Anyway.
All right.
Other than that, we're having a good time.
All right. I just wanted to ask you a little bit about the Pinhead series, Hellraiser.
Mm-hmm.
You were in 8 of them.
Correct.
We're not going to pay attention to that last one at all. How was it working with...
what you're talking about.
Exactly. Who was it? I don't know. How was it working with Clive Barker? And conceptually, what was the original Hellraiser like? I mean, it's so original.
It is. Well, I had something of an advantage, of course, that I had worked with Clive. I'd known Clive since I was 15. I met him at high school in Liverpool, and I had worked with him in the theatre for 10 years, so I'd been pretty close, to his creative mind, his creative world. And that was certainly an advantage for me, and having worked with him as a director in the theatre, we were kind of had that working relationship behind us when we came to make Hellraiser. And there were a number of elements about Hellraiser, and specifically about Pinhead as a character, that reminded me of ground we'd covered in theatre work previously. So, plus also, of course, Clive had literally dreamt Pinhead up. So I was able to, talk to him and get a kind of imaginative insight, I guess, into the character and the world that you wouldn't get otherwise.
You played Pinhead 8 times.
Yeah.
Did the character still hold as much allure to you as it did?
No, I was
the 8th
bored
time?
to death. But no, I'm kidding. Yes, it did. I really never did get tired with it. Always enjoyed doing it. I got tired of sitting in the makeup chair.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But not playing the part.
How long on average did the makeup take to put on?
Early days, it took about 5 or 6 hours. Everybody, I guess, was feeling their way with the makeup in the first few applications. It sped up, generally about 3 or 4 hours.
All right. I kind of wanted to talk to you about something on a side note that I kind of found out lately, that you did some...
Okay.
You did some
What's
voice...
coming here, folks? I was never there, and the donkey was not hurt. Oh, sorry. I thought...
You did some work in the studio with a band that I'm a fan of, Cradle of Filth.
Yes.
Can you just elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure.
Not a lot of people know about that. I didn't until I finally read it, and then I went and played back some of the tracks, and I was like, holy crap, that's Pinhead talking.
Well, it originated back with their Midian album, which I guess was kind of a tribute to Nightbreed and to Clive's work. And I sort of already knew Danny vaguely. I knew Danny, vaguely.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like he's called Danny Vaguely.
I don't think he'd mind that, though.
He probably wouldn't. Very simply, I got a phone call from Faye Wolven, the band's manager. She said, Danny was wondering if you would contribute some spoken word to the new album. We don't have a lot of money to pay you, but I asked them to send me the material, and I like Danny. I like Danny as a guy, and I like him as a writer. I'm not the world's biggest fan of death metal, by any means, though I think Cradle are among the best at what they do, without question. So I said yes, and I went down to the studio in Battle in Sussex and spent half a day working with them. Scroll forward a bit, and I get a phone call from Faye saying Danny was wondering if you'd contribute to the new album, which I think was Nymphetamine. I said yes, and scroll forward, and I get a phone call from Faye. Danny was wondering if you'd contribute to the new album, which was Thornography. By this time, I'm suggesting that they should change their name to Doug Bradley and Cradle of Filth, because clearly by now they were just becoming my backing band. And then I worked with them again for Godspeed on the Devil's Thunder. So yeah, 4 albums I did with them. So that was cool.
You heard it here. Doug Bradley's a member of Cradle of Filth.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
The 5th. Are there 4 of them? I think there are. Yes. Like there were like 3,000 5th Beatles. I am the 5th Cradle of Filth. The 5th Filth.
Is there anything you're
Try
working?
saying that 5 times after too much whiskey.
The 5th Filth. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Is there anything that you're working on lately that you need people to know about? You want to get the word out?
The Spine Chillers series is ongoing, which is a multi-volume set of audiobooks, which is basically me reading classic horror stories. That'll be a 13-volume box set by the time it's done, available from my website, dougbradley.com. Lovecraft and Poe and lots of other writers. Where are we? As we speak, in August 2012, there's a couple of movies about to come out on DVD. A movie that I made here last year called Deer Crossing, with Ernie Hudson was also in that. And a movie I did in the UK last year with Rutger Hauer called The Reverend. That's also about to emerge on DVD. So.
All right, you heard what to look forward to, DougBradley.com. Kind of as an end note, I've been asking everyone I've interviewing, what's your favorite horror film and why?
Wow. Well, my favorite horror film still, and it's not, by no means is it the scariest, but my favorite, and it is, I just think it's the granddaddy of them all, really, and it's one of those movies that that beats the rule. It's a sequel that is better than the brilliant original, and it is 77 years old this year. The Bride of Frankenstein.
Bride of Frankenstein.
I just think it's just a monumental piece of work. But you know, I was a fan of horror films as a teenager before I knew I wanted to be an actor. I still am a fan. Still, still seeking stuff out. But that. I've yet to find the film that will dislodge that.
Alrighty. Oh, this is KillSawKing with Fearcast. Thank you, Mr. Doug Bradley.